So our next job is to gap these corners. We do not gap underneath those edges at all. Do not even think about it. And we look for anything else that needs gapping as well. We can probably run a little bit along anything that you don't think the paint will handle. G'day. For our next little adventure, we're going to be needing this. So basically this is just a roller tray, little tiny roller tray, and I think it's a 3-inch, I call them a med roller. It's a 3-inch roller, and we're going to put another coat on these walls. So that's what we got there. Now this is just a bit quicker than a brush, and it gets a bit of the bottom edge, doesn't get a lot of the bottom edge. That's why it's important you get that first coat on the bottom edge. Now, you're not going to get any runs with this, so that's one good thing. You can use it to paint with. It's very fast. I would say maybe, as a wild guess, 5 times faster than a brush. Puts a good coat on too. Remember, this is not our last coat, so if you're really into using the brush, which I am, you can use the brush for the final coat if you want. Yeah, you can use it to force the paint in. You could probably use it for the first coat even, but I don't like to, because it doesn't really get that bottom edge. Bottom edge is very important. See, this here goes up. See, this goes up. It does get that bottom edge. It doesn't put a lot of paint on it, but it does get it. So if you put 2 more coats of this on, you can have pretty good coverage. So I mean, if you weren't fussy, you'd be happy with 2 coats, one by the brush and one with this. But I'm into longevity. I want this to look good in 10 years. That's what I want. That's my whole aim when you see me painting. That's what I look for. 10 years. I don't want to paint it in 10 years. I want it to still look good in 10 years. You're going to get a bit of fluff come off this thing for a little while. I just got a new sleeve out. Oops, hit the camera. when you build your fence, here's a bit of a hint. When you get a new fence built and you get it out of palings, like pine palings, stuff like that, before the fence bloke puts the fence up, you take it and you give it a sand, give the battens a nice little sand, quick sand with a 4-inch sander, and then you just arris that edge and just make sure that when he fits the battens, the fence, that it will fit this roller in between it. Now, if you can fit this roller in between it, right, which is probably a little bit thicker than the battens because they normally make it too small, you can be able to paint your battens, your fence yourself very fast, very fast. And you don't have to pay $1,000 to get painted by somebody else with a spray gun. You know, half the job you're going to do with a roller. Look at that. Looks pretty good, eh? So now where we actually gapped it, we use this roller, plenty of paint, and it'll paint the gaps as well. So you don't actually need to pull another brush out if you know what you're doing. It doesn't hurt to run a brush in it, because try and always pour out the same side each time. That way your drum's not going to be so messy. A project like this one here is very daunting for some people. It's huge. It was very daunting for me even. I wasn't even going to paint it. But I'm glad I did. I don't physically gain price-wise or anything, but at least my property is maintained. When the building inspector turns up here, if I decide to sell the house, he's not going to find much. It's already been